Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for being here. We are so excited to host our virtual Meet the Team night to learn more about the One Walk and what you guys can expect. To get us started, we're going to do a quick poll that we'd like you guys to take to learn a little bit more about our walk history within this group. So if you don't mind answering this question about how many years you've participated in the walk. Awesome. All right, great. We are going to end this now. So it looks like we've got half of our people here. This is the first year walking. We have someone here walking for over 10 years, and then we've got some oh, can you guys hear me? It keeps saying unable to establish secure Zoom connection. You can hear me though? Okay. Great. Awesome. So we have, and then some with just 2 to 3 years. So we have a great range of walk history participation, and I'm super excited for us all to learn a little bit more about each other and share more of our knowledge with each other. I did just have someone else join on Teams, so I'm quickly sending this to them. Apologies. All right, so now I'm going to just quickly introduce myself a little bit for those of you who do not know me. My name is Hadley George. Angie, if you want to go to the next one, that'd be great.
Oops, sorry.
No, you're good. Thank you. So my name is Hadley George. I am the development manager here in JDRF Southern and Central Ohio. I joined JDRF in December of 2020, but have been involved with the organization for many years before I started working here professionally. I was personally diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 4 in October of 2002. So in this past October, I celebrated my 20th diaversary. So I've been living with type 1 for a while and have been involved with JDRF for many years, and am incredibly grateful to now partner with JDRF on a professional setting as we continue to drive our mission forward. After I was first got diagnosed, I did get involved with JDRF pretty quickly and created a walk team, Hadley's Hope. I was telling Angie I couldn't find my team hat I wanted to show you guys on this call, but I couldn't find it. I love the walk. I think it is truly such a special day to honor those living with type 1 and celebrate all of our accomplishments. Outside of diabetes, I am known as the girl with diabetes, but outside of diabetes, I love to travel. I also really enjoy reading. Last year, I read 50 books and hope to do that again this year. And I love hanging out with my sweet little puppy dog, Murphy, who is my best friend. So that's a little bit about me. Now I'm just going to quickly go over our agenda and what you guys can expect. We have a packed full evening of a lot of great resources, which you can see listed here on the screen. But I did want to preface that this is very casual. This is for you guys. And so please unmute yourself. Let me know if you have any questions or any ideas. Please chime in and we can have more of a fluid conversation. Awesome. All right, so let's bring us back a little bit to JDRF. What is JDRF and why are we here? JDRF is striving for a world without type 1 diabetes. Our mission is to cure, prevent, and treat type 1 diabetes by accelerating life-changing breakthroughs. And JDRF has been around for over 50 years. And in the last 50 years, we have made incredible progress. Even in the last 20 years, we've made incredible progress. I currently wear an artificial pancreas, this closed loop system that helps me sleep better throughout the night and keep my blood sugars more in range. And that's all made possible due to JDRF. And right now is a super exciting time in research. You guys have seen Tzield was approved. Tzield is a drug that will delay the onset of type 1 diabetes for 3 to 5 years, which is huge and so exciting. We've also seen beta cell replacements work in humans. I don't know if you saw the New York Times article, but that is incredible. And we've also recently launched our global T1D index, which paints a picture of the true impact of type 1 diabetes across the entire world. And we're able to use those statistics to drive more funding and more research, which is so exciting. And, as these advancements come to fruition, we continue to drive more funding to ensure that the next advancements are among us. And I've lately said it's hard to keep up with all of these research updates, and that is a great problem that I'm excited to have. And you guys are all truly paving the way for these advancements to be made possible. So we thank you so much. Awesome. So we've talked a little bit about why JDRF and why to support JDRF, who we are, but everybody has a story and everybody's story is different. So I'd like to take a quick second before we start our One Walk journey to talk about what your why is. Why do you walk for JDRF, and what do you hope to get out from this experience? Think for a second about who you're walking in honor of. How has T1D affected your life? What results do you hope to get from the One Walk? So we're going to take 30 seconds. If you guys could either write down your why, put it in the comments, think of this as your why statement. That would be great. I'm sending this back into this chat again because another person joined. Great. So as we're thinking about our why, we can also think about the goal of JDRF, and the goal of the JDRF One Walk is truly just to help those living with type 1 diabetes live a full and happy, healthy life. And you guys are all making that happen, which is truly amazing. We're fighting for advocacy, ongoing research, access, education, and all of these things are made possible by the support of the JDRF One Walk. Okay. Alrighty, so now that we've kind of shared our why, we're going to go into some breakout rooms, and I think we can just do this in here as one group, just to kind of talk about your stories, share your whys as a group and what you're hoping to learn from this call, learn about the walk, all of those sort of things. So if we could take a second, and if you are not comfortable doing this, you do not have to, but we'll kind of go around and unmute ourselves and share your name, what your walk team name is, how creative can you get, your T1D hero, what you're most excited for, and then for those half of you who are returning teams, maybe share a quick tip. And for those other half who this is your first time, maybe share a question that you have or what you're most excited for. Awesome. Megan, do you maybe mind getting us started?
Oh, sure. I thought we were going into groups, but I was also typing when you were talking. So
oh, no, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, I was like, how do I make this short and sweet?
I know it's hard. You can go on and on.
24 years is a long time. But I only know that because I just updated my letter that I write every year, and I put that information in there.
Yep.
But so I've had diabetes for 37 years of my life, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I went to a camp called Camp Homey Dakota up there right when I was diagnosed. So I was pretty young. I was 8, and I went that next summer. So I was pretty young when I started going there. It's a sleepaway camp, and I met some friends for life there. A lot of friends for life, which is one of the main reasons why I say I'm never sad I have diabetes, because I wouldn't know these amazing people that I've met at this camp. But one of them is my best friend, who took a job with JDRF in Columbus, Ohio, 24 years ago. So I am nothing but a cheerleader and supporter of my friends and family. So I was like, well, I'll be the team captain of Team Prusak, which is her maiden name 24 years ago. And about halfway through, I thought we should change our name. But then I was like,
we're in too deep now.
Exactly. It's like, it's too deep. No. So always Team Prusak. So, and we started off really strong. And then I think COVID and everybody having kids and a crazy schedule, it was just really hard to get people to show up for walk day, but I've never had trouble raising money. And I'll say it's because of that letter I write every year. And it's the easiest way to get it. And now, of course, with doing it through online, although I think we've always had a website. I know that we were just talking about like going, I mean, I asked if it was 24 years ago. I don't know. That's how old I am. We had the website 24 years ago, I think. I don't know. I can't remember.
A whole long time.
Yeah, I can't. Maybe we didn't have the website, but yeah, I've always done a letter and I've always raised money. So, yeah, but I went to school at Miami University, which is close to Cincinnati, and I did go down there for the walk last year. And my best friend from college that lives in Cincinnati met me there, and we walked, and it was pretty cool. So,
Great. Well, thank you so much, Megan. We appreciate it. We are excited to have you back and to be back in Columbus this year.
yeah, me too. And I'm here if anybody has questions.
Great. Yeah, Megan's a veteran. She can give us all the tips and tricks that we need.
Yeah.
Awesome. Morgan, would you like to go next? And if you do not want to, you do not have to.
Hi. I've had diabetes for 6 years. I went last year to my first whole week overnight camp at Camp Hamley, and I learned a lot that I've never known before. I met other type 1 friends that I'm going to have lifetime memory.
Yep. Did we lose her?
We may have lost her.
Yeah. Nope, I think we lost her sound.
Sorry, Morgan. I think you're cutting up from Wi-Fi connection or something.
Yeah,
But I am so happy to hear that you had a great experience at camp, and we are so excited that you guys are walking and that you are a youth ambassador this year.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Does anybody want to volunteer to go next? If so,
I will. I will.
Hi, Hannah. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
What do you want to say?
Let's
go through the list.
My name's Hannah, and I was diagnosed when I was 1, and the walk team name is Hope for Hannah. And what I'm excited for the walk is just walking through Kings Island. And what does that one say?
If you were returning to walk team, share a quick tip for the teams.
Should wear comfortable shoes.
That is a great tip, Hannah. I appreciate that. Good thinking. Awesome. Jordan, would you like to go next?
I got diagnosed at
What's your name?
I'm Jordan. I got diagnosed at 10 sophomore years ago. My walk team name is Team Dirty Mac. What I'm most excited for is to just hang out at the walk, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but
No dip. Awesome. Great. Rhonda, would you care to share? No worries if not.
Hadley, I can share.
Yeah, Angie, let's hear it.
So I'm Angie. I'm actually part of the staff, but I got involved much like Hadley. My son has been diagnosed for 10 years, and the very first year we started a walk team. His name's Trey. We named the team Trey Lancelot. Back then we had to prick our fingers and you used a lot of lancers. So we thought that was appropriate. So and our journey began there, and the walk is still near and dear to my heart because there is nothing like the feeling of community and hope you get from a one walk. I'm starting to tear up just now talking about it. So it's an overwhelming feeling. And it was the first time since his diagnosis that we felt we truly weren't alone, that we knew we had others to support us. So that's my story.
Yay. Thank you for sharing, Angie.
Oh, do you want me to give a tip?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Make sure you link to Facebook.
Ooh, that's a
And
good tip.
self-donate. People are afraid to donate if you don't give yourselves, even if it's a small amount. At least then they know you're serious and you're actually going to show up and do the walk.
I'll say I had one person sign up and she donated what I had donated, like the exact same amount. And I didn't realize that I had donated. I think I got it from entering that
the Kickstarter.
yeah, because it was like 100. I was like, I don't remember doing 120, but
because a lot of people wait to see what you donate to know how much to donate. Yep.
Great tips. Awesome. Corey or Truett, would you guys care to, either one of you care to share?
Hi, I'm Corey. The Elsie, actually, it's Elsie's team. I'm her mom.
Awesome. Hi, Elsie. It's nice to meet you. I'm sorry you were experiencing technical difficulties. We're glad that we could get you in. I think others were too. But right now we're just going around and sharing our stories, why we're walking, and what we hope to get from the walk experience.
You want to? No? Okay. So this is Elsie Rudolph. We have Elsie Squad is our team name. So she was diagnosed almost 2 years ago. And she wanted to find a way that we could like help the diabetes community. So her endocrinologist actually set us on this path, which is kind of awesome. And she's super proud of Elsie. So it's our first year. So no tips, unfortunately, but we're trying all the things.
Great. Well, you will learn a lot of great tips tonight, and you guys are for sure, I promise, going to have an amazing time at your first walk.
Thank you.
Truett, would you guys like to go?
Sure. Hi, I'm Truett. I'm 14. I was diagnosed a little over 2 years ago. Our team name is You Can Truett.
I love it.
Fun puns. I'm excited to do this just because I'm excited to meet some other type 1 diabetics. I was diagnosed during the pandemic, so I don't know all that many other diabetics around me. So I'm just excited to meet some new people.
Great. Well, we are excited for you to hear and know that you are going to meet amazing people at the walk, which is great. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for sharing and getting the chance to meet one another. One of my favorite things about the walk, as Angie shared, is the community and the sense of we're all here for one reason, and that's to find a cure. And we're all going to do what we can to support each other to make our lives that much better until we do find that cure. So thank you all. Now that we've met the teams, we are going to go into a little bit of fundraising 101. So you've registered to walk. Now we're going to share some best practices to help your team get set up for success, help you earn rewards, and help you feel accomplished and powerful. All right, so our first step, which is number 1 priority, is to set your goal. I included this picture from my Hadley's Hope team. I think this is like 2006 or something like that. So set your goal. Choose a number that is important and that resonates with you. This could be years since diagnosis, your age of diagnosis, maybe your birth date, or just something that resonates with you. For me, for example, and I'm lucky because this year is a special year for me, being a 20-year anniversary, my team goal is $2,020. Because of in honor of my 20th anniversary. You also can choose numbers that are related to facts. Here are some facts on the screen. You could use some of those statistics to determine what your goal is. We will share that the national team average is $3,028 nationally for the JDRF One Walk. And we know some of you may be like, well, I don't want to put my goal at $1,000 because there's no way I'm going to raise $1,000. Keep in mind, there is no consequence if you do not hit your goal. If you don't hit your goal, that is okay. No big deal at all. But sometimes if you set a goal of a smaller level, then people aren't likely to donate as much as they would have as if you had a bigger goal. So if you set your goal for $500, people are more likely going to donate 5 or 10, whereas you set it at 1,000, people may be more inclined to donate 50. But again, keep in mind, there's no consequence. I am going to do a quick poll now. Sorry. How many of you have already set your team goal? And really the goal of this poll is to know if you need help.
I was going to also say, I think it limits you if you go low, because I know I'm more likely to give if I see that somebody's close to their goal or like they haven't met it yet. But if they've already met it, I'm less likely to give. So
that's another really great point.
Yeah. And you can always go in if you already have, like people shock you and you've gone beyond your goal, you can go and raise that goal. There's nothing saying you can't raise it.
And I've always just gone more than I did the last year. I know this is some people's first year, but if I did it last year, I can do it again.
I love it. I love that mindset. Another way to help you set your goal is through your T1D footprint. And this is something that JDRF offers, and it's an online website. I can send it out in the chat, but basically this T1D footprint takes statistics of based on your diagnosis state and your management, and take statistics that show how T1D has impacted your daily life. So this is my T1D footprint. You basically just plug in your diagnosis state, what type of what's the word I'm looking for, management you use, whether it's insulin pumps or shots or whatever it may be, and it gives you all of these crazy numbers. You can use these numbers then to create your goal or encourage your team members to donate. So for example, I've been living with type 1 apparently for 7,489 days when I made this 2 days ago. So I want to encourage my team members to raise $74.89. I'm not asking each of my team members to give me $74.89, but I'm asking them to tap into their network to hit $74.89. So then we're hitting even more people. So I will go ahead and put that into the chat right now, and I will also send this out after the call. If you go to this website that I just put in the chat and scroll all the way down to the bottom to your T1D footprint, you can create your own and see those stats. Awesome. It's also important to personalize your page. You know, we talked earlier about what is your why. And for those of you who joined us a little bit later, we can talk more about this once we wrap up too. But your story means a lot to your friends and family, a lot more than you would think. And being able to share your story and share how JDRF has impacted your life is really important and can really help you grow and continue fundraising. So include photos of your T1D journey, customize your fundraising link. You can update your goal, as we mentioned, as you hit your goal, increase it a little bit more. And if you go to the next one, I can kind of show you a little bit about my personal page and actually I'm going to do another poll too. Let's see if I go back. Let's see who has updated their team page. Go ahead and answer those then. Awesome. Great. It looks like we're at about 50-50. Cool. So here is how you can edit your team page. When you log into walk.jdrf.org, you go into what we call your participant center. So anytime you hear participant center, that's basically your hub of all of your walk resources. On your team page, there's a button, which I'm covering, but you can't see my screen, where that says edit story right under where your goals are. When you click that edit story, you'll be able to go in and put in an entire paragraph about yourself, about your T1D journey and why you're walking. And this will really help your friends and family know why they should support you, how JDRF is impacting your life, and all sorts of things there. You can also add pictures, and then you can also create custom links. But for anyone who needs help editing their personal page, please reach out to myself or Angie, and we are happy to help you. Awesome. The next step is to craft your ask. So once you have your personal page ready, you're ready to send this out. And Megan has shared that she writes a letter every year and she mails this out. So once you know your why, take the time to write a little story, write a letter to your friends and family. There are many templates in your participant center that you can just copy and paste to send out to your friends and family. I mean, I'm happy to walk through how to receive those templates with any of you, but include details about the walk. Maybe they can join you on walk day to have the great experience of all the walk festivities. And tell them your goal. No donation is too big or too small. Every dollar counts, and every dollar is making an impact towards finding a cure for diabetes. So include your goal, ask them to give. And if they're not able to give, maybe ask them to join you at the walk. And we can spread awareness and education about T1D with our fellow walk teams. All right, so how are you going to choose who to reach out to? Who is your audience? I say make a list of everyone you know. They won't donate unless you ask, and all they're going to do is say no if they don't want to. And a no is okay. A no means they can't do it right now, but an ask, it doesn't hurt to get a no, if that makes sense. Be comfortable with receiving no's. So use your holiday list cards, use wedding invites, birthday, your email list. Every year I take my email address book and I say email all, and I email every single person that I have their email to. Some of them are like, Hadley, please leave me alone. I'm not donating to your walk. Others will be like, oh, Hadley's doing this walk. Okay, $5. Great work, Hadley. Instead of getting coffee this morning, I'll donate to your walk team. You can also include companies that you've provided business to in the past, like car dealerships or realtors. And a lot of times they will donate to your walk as well, or even provide like an in-kind gift that you could then raffle off to your walk team. Another key piece of this as well is figuring out how you want to send out that message. So whether that be through an email, through letters, phone calls, or Facebook, social. So Angie shared that her tip is to connect to Facebook. And there's an interesting stat that participants who connect to Facebook raise on average 2 times more than those who don't. So you can easily connect your Facebook, your walk team page as a Facebook fundraiser. It's also all in your participant center. So there's a button when you log into your page that says connect to Facebook, and all you have to do is connect to Facebook right there. And then people can donate directly from Facebook to your walk page, which is pretty turnkey and an easier way for people to donate to your page rather than going all the way to the walk website. And in these Get Social or in these Facebook book fundraisers, you also can include pictures and videos and share stories directly from your social pages. We often tell people that if they create challenges on social media, it'll also drive fundraising. So you could do like a High Five Friday challenge. I'm looking for 5 friends to donate $5 today for a High Five Friday challenge. You also could say that my goal this week is to get a donor every single day this week who will help me be Monday's donor. And then someone will donate on Monday, someone will donate on Tuesday, Wednesday, so on and so forth. Does anyone have any questions about how to connect to Facebook or any questions about anything that we've covered so far?
I don't have a question, but 24 years ago, I stole my mom's address book.
There you go. Yeah.
So these are not people that I keep in touch with on a regular basis, but they know who I am. And when we didn't have a walk that one year and I didn't do a letter, I don't know why I didn't. Maybe it just took a while. I don't know. I don't remember why I didn't, but yeah, they were asking my mom where the letters were. So
There you go. I love it.
Next slide.
Awesome. Yeah. So we also encourage our team captains to communicate regularly. There's an interesting statistic that it takes someone 7 times to see something before they're likely to do an action. So you can email someone 6 times and they still may not donate, but that 7th time they see it is when the action will be taken place. So communicate regularly, update donors on your progress, share on social media weekly, include photos, when you've hit your goal, update your goal and share with your friends and family that you've reached your goal. And keep people in the loop of what to expect on walk day. You know, you could share information about your team t-shirts. You can share information about where you're going to meet in the parking lot. Communicate regularly to your teams. We also encourage people to get creative. After this call, I will send out a fundraising A to Z guide. So it has fundraising ideas for every single letter of the alphabet. It's pretty cool. But getting creative is the fun part of walk. You can create some really great memories with your friends and families through fundraising campaigns. We have a bunch listed on the screen right now, but I'd love to hear from you guys if you guys have any creative fundraisers that you've done before, that you hope to do, that maybe you'd need a little bit of help with to execute.
I did a few that aren't on here. Well, maybe one's on there, I just can't tell. But every year, this is going to be the 12th one, but I go to Jazzercise, and they've done a fundraiser class, and we call it Knockout Diabetes.
I love it. Cool.
And it's our 12th annual one, and the like the center and the Jazzercise community really loves it too. So it doesn't have to be Jazzercise. Like if you belong to a gym or any kind of class, like yoga classes or Zumba classes, I bet they would love to do a fundraiser class where anybody can go. They don't have to be members, and they can just pay to donate. And the business likes that too, because then they can possibly get some new people in the door too.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I guess you don't even have to belong. You can just go to a business and ask too.
And ask.
And a few years ago, I did a March Madness thing, and I'm trying to remember how I did it, but I just sent out emails saying that, like, if anybody wanted to pick winners, I forgot how I did it. Maybe they filled out a bracket and I kept track of all the brackets. It was kind of a lot of work, but it was fun.
Cool.
And I used to sell two things. I used to sell jewelry, and I used to sell some lotions and like for your home stuff that's better for you. It's called Pure Haven. But lots of I forgot what kind of businesses they're called, but like you could do a Pampered Chef or 31 and all those. We did an online one that was a group of them, and they had like 5 or 6 like sellers, and we just had a party all week, and people would buy stuff, and then the vendors decide how much they want to give of their earnings to like JDRF. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great ideas. I love it. Awesome. Well, I will send out that fundraising A to Z guide, which shows some other creative ways. But I also know that you guys can all add more to this list. So we'd love to hear from you. If you have any creative ideas or need any help with something, please reach out to Angie or myself. And the final step, which you guys all probably know, is the importance of following up with your donors and your team members and thanking them for your support. Celebrate them by tagging them on social media, send them a personal thank you card, follow up with an email. You know, when someone donates to your team, they're donating to your mission and your goal of finding a cure. And that really means a lot. And we want to make sure that people know that we are supportive and grateful for their support. And now that you have the tips and tricks, you also get to earn rewards. So JDRF One Walk offers a great fundraising incentives. So when you hit certain levels within your fundraising, you earn various rewards. How many of you guys have received raise your hand or give us a thumbs up, received your JDRF 2023 Walk t-shirt? Some of them, cool. So when you raise $100, you automatically will receive your JDRF One Walk shirt in the mail. It's $100 and you get it in the mail, and it comes with a cute little thank you card for your support. And it's a really, really fun way to then also spread awareness and education about the JDRF Walk when you're wearing your t-shirts out in public and whatnot. Another fundraising incentive is our $500 level. So when your team hits, or you individually hit $500, you then get access to our prize catalog And guys, the prize catalog is pretty cool. There are a lot of fun things within this catalog that come from, oh, Megan's got something from the prize catalog. So if you hit $500, you are at a certain level. And as your fundraising increases and you hit different levels of fundraising, you will receive different categories of prizes as well. And all of those prizes are emailed to you, or the link to redeem the prizes are emailed to you after the walk. And one of my favorite fundraising incentives is our Mile of Hope, which you can see over here on the other side of the screen. And this is a really special way to honor those living with type 1 and feature them along our Mile of Hope. So for those of you who have not been to the walk yet, there's a portion of the walk. It's not a mile. I don't really know how long it is, but it's not a mile. But there's a portion of the walk with yard signs, and each yard sign features our individual or our walk teams that raise $1,000. So if you raise $1,000, you get a Mile of Hope sign. We email you to receive a picture for your Mile of Hope sign, and then after the walk, you get to take that sign home. And it's really special to go through the walk and see all of these signs and see all of the people that we are walking for and the lives that we are improving. We do have other fundraising incentives as well, and those can all be found on our Perspective Walk websites. So if you log on to the Walk website, you can see a tab that says fundraising incentives and prizes, and you can learn more about those there.
I'll also say I have two things. The Mile of Hope, my picture is us taking a picture behind that every year.
Oh, I love it.
In my head, I thought maybe we could see everyone, but it hasn't really
Not
worked
anymore. Yep.
It's still really cool that we do that. And then I have gotten so many cool things from that catalog. Like, I think my vacuum is from it.
Wow.
I think I have a grill from it. I've gotten like a Fitbit. I've gotten so many cool things. But sometimes that will incentivize me to raise more money if I'm close to the next level and there's something I want.
Yes, definitely.
So
We can
keep an
send
eye on
out
it.
information about the prize catalog so you guys can see what the different prizes are and where they are at each level. But Megan's right. iPads, AirPods, grills, vacuums, all sorts of cool things within that prize catalog. All right, so now it's time to announce our Amazon gift card winner. We really appreciate you all being here and taking time out of your Thursday evening to learn more about the walk and get the tips and tools to become a fundraising champion. And so I have put in all of our names on this handy dandy little website that circles around in a random generator. And our Amazon gift card winner is $50 to Amazon. Truett Moore. So Truett, I will follow up with you via email after the walk or after this call to send you your gift card.
Congrats.
Yay.
Thanks.
We know that some of you may be bummed you didn't win the $50 gift card. So we are offering another $50 gift card to Amazon. And this one is less about luck and more about what you guys have learned tonight. So now that you have the tools to be fundraising champions, we're asking you to tap into your network and share your why. Send your letters, talk to your family and friends, and the walker who receives the most number of individual donations between now and Tuesday will win a $50 Amazon gift card.
Is that going out to every walker or just us?
Every walker. Yes, every walker. But still, you never know.
Yes,
So
never know.
share your why. Email your friends and family, encourage them to donate, and the walker who has the most individual donations on Tuesday morning will receive a $50 gift card.
Hey, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm trying to figure out the Zoom call. So
Yeah, can you see us?
can you hear me?
Yep.
Well, my camera's not working, but it said unmute. So I think you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
I'm trying to figure it out. Sorry.
No worries.
Do you guys have any tips on, like, we live in Springfield, so we have a lot of like local and upcoming like local restaurants and stuff, businesses. Do you guys have any tips or tricks on like getting them included on donating for fundraising?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I'll answer first, and if anyone else on the call has any ideas too. A lot of restaurants will do give back nights where they will donate a portion of the proceeds, say on Tuesday, April 12th to JDRF. If you say, like Chipotle,
Right.
do them a lot. So we have a letter that I can email to you that you can take to the store manager at these restaurants and say, hey, I'm walking for my son for the JDRF One Walk. We were wondering if maybe you could support us, and then hand them the letter, which will explain information about who JDRF is, why you should support us, and information about the walk. 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes. All it takes is an ask. But I am happy, Lauren, to follow up with more information on that material that you can give to those restaurants. And
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If they didn't want to do something like that, but they just still wanted to give something, you could also raffle that off as like a prize or something, whatever they're willing to do.
That's a great idea. Some of them may give you, say, like $25 to Jungle, whatever, a restaurant in your area. Some of them, then you can take that gift card and raffle it off to your team members and say, if you donate by X date, then you will have a chance to win this gift card.
Okay, cool. I was just trying to get locally, like local
that's a good idea.
businesses involved, and we have a lot of like small local businesses getting started lately. So I wasn't sure how to approach
And
that.
sneaker feet too.
Some other teams, that's a good one, Angie. Some other teams also sell sponsorships for their walk t-shirts. So if you know that you're going to have a big team at the walk and you know that you're going to be making t-shirts, you can also say, if you donate $500 or $1,000, whatever the level is that you're comfortable with, then you could put their logo on your t-shirts, and then they get marketing from
Gotcha.
your team members wearing them. And Angie had another point as well. We also do sneaker sales. So we have I don't have any with me, but like the JDRF sneaker.
Yeah, no, Marshalls is a big
Marshalls is a perfect example.
sponsor.
Yep.
Yes.
So some local restaurants or businesses will also do those as well, where they can sell them at their store and then place them up. And Lauren, I can also send you more information on how to get started with sneaker sales too.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
I
This
think
is
it
Ron.
was Megan who mentioned that you made a letter. Is there any chance you could share the letter with us,
Yeah,
so we
for
can kind
sure.
of have an idea of what to make our own letters?
Can I just paste it in the chat? That's too much, right?
Or Megan, you can also email it to me and then I can send it out too.
Okay.
That would be great. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
And I think there's templates in the participant center too. They have some letters already made for you in your participant center.
I will say, if this is your first year, you can definitely tell your story, but I've given a lot of facts in the past about just type 1 diabetes in general, because nobody knows.
Yeah,
But now that I've done this they know what diabetes is because of me now.
that's a very good point.
So now I go into like how my diabetes is doing and how JDRF is affecting my life, because it's been amazing. Like Hadley said, because of JDRF, I've never had a better A1C now. And I'd like to say it's because of me, but it's because of my phone that I keep looking at.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Definitely. Rhonda, did you have a question?
Yes, I did. Sorry, my mute thing is not working right. So I had a couple questions. So since we registered we're part of the payroll chapter, so we wanted to, we sent you a message to say that our payroll chapter picked your charity as our charity for this year.
Yes.
And we didn't know from our team if everybody on our team needs to individually register, or would everything just go under, since I registered us? We don't have a team name yet, but I will get that.
Great.
Or can we send that link out that we get for like the chapter?
Yes, so we highly encourage everyone to register, so we have a good understanding of our numbers and how many walkers who that will be there. So under your team page, and we can connect offline as well, Rhonda, but under your team page, people can click join this team, and then they can register under your team, and then you're all in one page. You all have one fundraising goal, but each individual member will also have their own page in there as well.
Rhonda
Okay,
just
good.
reminded me that if some companies will match your donation if you work for them, so check with your employers if they will match your donation because
Yeah.
you're raising money.
Okay.
It's a great point.
That's a good one, Megan.
Mhm.
And I love that you can change the link to your page. So
Thank you.
there's
Yeah.
a link online to your page, and you can change the name of it, like the second half of it. So mine says www.jdrf/team Prusak. So it's a lot shorter and, like, I don't know, I think it looks
Easier
cute.
to share. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I will say go into your participant center. There's a lot of really cool things in there that and they add to it constantly. So it's a great tool to use to help you fundraise and to even just
Hey.
learn more about the walk.
Hey, Angie, would you mind stop sharing your screen? Sure. Awesome. I'm going to quickly share my screen. So, whoops, there we go. So this is the walk page itself for Kings Island. And then if you go into team, that is where you will see your team page. And if I'm reiterating this and everyone already knows this, I apologize. But this is where you will see your team page. Down here under this team middle one. Down here, you can edit your story. So this is where you can share your own story of why you're walking. There's a pre-story loaded, but you can change it, use some of it, customize it however you see fit. But then under home in here, right here is where you can connect to Facebook, which is really great and a good way to share. And then down here, let's see where to go. Tips and tools. There's all sorts of resources under tips and tools that you can use and that are really great fundraising ideas. And then in email, this is where you can send an email and compose emails as well. But there are email templates. You can see one that says, join my team. I'm registered for the JDRF One Walk, would love for you to be a part of my team. And then it's all you. This is your personal page. And you just go up in here and you type in whatever email. There's ones that are also asking for donations and to saying thank you. Oops. Oh, and you can edit the email too, just by clicking on it and changing it however you would like. Are there any other questions?
Nope.
I have another question. So your email, or like, how can we connect offline?
Yes, I will put my email in the chat right now.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, guys, we are so grateful for your support and for joining us for the One Walk this year. We are really excited for Sunday, May 21st and Saturday, June 3rd. It's going to be a really special day to honor those living with type 1. And we are so grateful that you guys will be a part of it. I did just put my email in the chat. I'm also going to add my cell phone number. So if you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. We are here to support you and want you guys to succeed and are just so grateful for your support. So would love to connect after this. Also to connect with each other. If there's someone you'd like to connect with offline too, I know Megan, I'm sure you'd be willing to connect with some of these teams as well. We are happy to facilitate those connections too. Awesome. Well, we will go ahead and end this call now. Reminder, today is National Walking Day, so that challenge does start now in honor of National Walking Day. So the walker who receives the most number of donations from now until Tuesday morning will win $50 to Amazon. This one, again, is less about luck, more about what you've learned. So go tell all of your friends and family that you're walking and ask them to support you.
So that makes me want to rewrite my letter. So if anybody wants to start their letter, that's how you can start it. Did you know?
Yeah,
to
just-
Yeah.
With that, there's a challenge going on and I can win
Yeah.
$50 to Amazon.
Yeah.
Please donate today.
It's so easy.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Thank you so much for all your guys' help.
yes, thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, guys. Bye.